troops may combine, armies may assemble, colonies may defend, but the truth will go forward independently, nobly, until our great God have said that the work is done in the cause and towards the restoration of the nation of the East, called Biafra. I am Dr. Charles Chukwuemeka Amanze. I have come today to bring you a lecture on Chi in our Igbo culture. Here is the platform where you learn the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, the fact, the firm and unshakable truth. And here is our ancient temple, the remains of the destructed temple by the Americans and the British and the France army, the Syrian army, the Maccabees all joined together in seeing that the black man religion is stamped out, because that is the threat of the world. And you can see in trying to stamp out our religion, we have been made a people without a God and without a religion. Okay, today I bring you to the ancient order and the temple of Amadioha. Here you can see how dilapidated this temple looks. You can see how destructed it looks, and you can see, if you look into it, you will see so many signs, inscriptions, and write-ups that means one thing or the other in our culture. So today I am bringing to you that in our culture, God is not one. It is male and female. God is male and female, and when it is male and female, it's no longer one person. It's becoming something. If you want to pronounce this thing, it has to be added with the S. So if somebody tells you that the gods means the small G or capital G, that is a very wrong English. So this is the gods, because they are not one. They are more than one. And each and every one of them have its responsibility, have its actions, have its calling, and they are found here in this temple. Now, if you look at these remains of this temple, you find I have 4 faces. There, there, and there, of which it has fallen, and we don't have the full description of what it looks and how it's all about. But one thing is a fact. A secret has been discovered from here. The scrolls, the informations, we have the truth, we have it, that they could not steal, but it was hidden inside this ancient temple. And we have discovered this secret, and this secret is what we are pushing to the world, that the blacks are the first to live on this earth. Any other race can come later, but the blacks were the first. And they had their God, and that God is called Amadioha in Igbo land. Today, people talk about Chukwuemeka Amanze. It's also Amadioha. Ezewan is also Amadioha. Igwekala is also Amadioha. All these names are what we offer based on what we appreciate them with. And that is how these names are being given due to their performances. So what are we trying to talk about today? Chi in the black race. Chi in the black race. Chi in black man culture. Chi in Igbo culture. What is this Chi? Is this Chi what we go to church to clap and dance for? Is it actually how this Chi is meant to be served? That is a question in the culture of an Igbo nation. So today we are trying to specify it. We are trying to make our culture known. We are trying to identify who we are. We are trying to separate ourselves from the evil and the tumors of darkness in the world, so that we can stand erect as our God has made us. We are a different people. We are not the same with the black or the Fulani nation. We are not. They are the Arab world, of the ancient Arab, of the ancient Philistines. These are the descendants of these mayhem people. And today they have also come to descend on us in this new generation. We cannot allow what happened to our fathers to happen to us in this our generation. That is why we are born, so that we can stand against that which is evil and subdue darkness in our environment, so that the light of our destiny can shine. And one of these things that will make the light of our destiny to shine is recognizing who our God is, recognizing what our religion stands for, recognizing what our existence is meant to be. That is when we will discover our God. Chi in Igbo land, Chi in Igbo culture, which the black man call God. Black man call it God, G-O-D. Igbo man call it Chi, C-H-I. So what is this Chi? Individually, someone want to know about Chi. I could say, Chimo, my God. That is to say, I have my own God. Each and every individual that God has made or created, a being is attached to watch over him, and that being becomes his God. And that being is what you can anytime out of a sudden call, and you will get answer, you will get response, you will get a reaction, you will get energy flow from that you are God to the supreme for your safety. So what is this Chi? Now, some people will say the God of Abraham. This one will say the God of Daniel. The other one will say the God of Elijah. Does it mean there are so many different gods? Of course. The God that Elijah used to operate is different from the God that Moses used to operate. The God that Daniel used to operate is different from the God that Elijah used to operate. Why? Because they are of different assignments. Okay. When Yahweh was sent to come and perform, does it mean that Yahweh is God? When Abba was sent to perform, does it mean that Abba is God? Let me tell you when Abba first surfaced. When the armies of the Syria and the Maccabeans marched towards the central kingdom of the east, the whole African nation was running towards the territory, the capital territory, which is the east, known today as an Igbo land. And Abba today, in a state called Abba today, how that name came to exist, I want to give you a history and information, because we are in the temple of the ancient. So every information of the ancient we have it. And when the armies of the Syria combined with the Maccabees and the host of the Philistines descended on the black race at Abba, the war, the treachery was about to consume everybody. And they went unto their God and called upon him. He came down and wiped out all the armies of the Philistines, the armies of the Syria, the armies of the Maccabees were all wiped out. And then the spirit that did that thing announced himself and said that he is Abba. And with him is Alpha and Omega. And that was why that nation today was called Abba. Abba is not a name of a person. It is a name of a deity. So that ground, what happened in Abba that made Abba become Abba today is just Abba. When we now say Abba Father, it is a spirit. That is not God himself. But a spirit working with God was sent on that mission. And men, he announced himself. And men say he is God because of the wonderful act that he did. Abba was mentioned. And he said with him was Alpha and Omega. This is how we discovered that. And when you now trace this spirit, that means the people practice the third seal. They practice the act, the ritual act of the third seal. And the spirit of the third seal all came to answer them. That was what happened in Abba. And how they got victory. Because they practiced the act of the third seal. Now today, we have the first seal. We have the second, we have the third, we have the fourth, unto the 12th seal. Is our God not great to reopen again the portal for the new time so that we can worship them? So today, I am making a call to every black man all over the world. I am making a call to the American nation. I am making a call to the British nation. I am making a call to the French nation who have invaded us to come and rebuild this temple. If they want peace, because fighting for my God will be the right I will stand for. And I will not take it lightly with anyone that stop my own God not to be known. I will not take it lightly. I am going to unleash hell to the world if the world fail to restore back the temple of my father that was destroyed. This is where my anger will rise, and I'm going to destroy a lot of things. So today I am calling upon the world to restore back that which they have stolen, so that the truth about our creation can be known by our people all over the world, which has been taken out for slavery, We are not interested in your political movement or your political whatever you do, but we are interested on who we are. And that in which we are is from whence we come. Where did we come from? Who are we and why we are here? And that is why this temple was not able to be raised to dust. Go all over where the subordinates were all established. All were raised to dust. You can't find any. But the head still hide her secrets until we came to discover it and stand by it. So we are calling on to all our people that the God that we serve is of male and female. And that is why we are standing in his image. He has made us as males and female because they are man and woman. And when this God descended with his wife, he came with 9 servants, which are the 9 angels of power, from the seraphim to the angelus. These are his servants he came down with as angels. And upon here on earth, he had 7 children, of which he established his 7 kingdom upon before he left the earth, of which we stand today to have the 7 spirits to govern the 7 kingdoms. These were the children of these gods. And these kingdoms that represent the 13th apostles that we worship today, which Jesus Christ came with his disciples to manifest the order of the kingdom into human reality, so that it will no longer be in symbol again, it will be in reality. That is what Christ came to fulfill. So it has fulfilled the work of the ancient into our modern reality. And that modern reality has been bastardized by the way of the Pentecostals and other religions. So we want to put our record straight in our new nation, so that we will not be infiltrated with that which is rubbish. We will not tolerate any form of indecency in our culture. Now let me reveal a secret, that as a man and a woman God, that is why you must marry as a man and a woman, so that you can bear children like they also bear children. Because they said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. And they have done it. Man has been created in their image. Look at their image. They were not half fish and half woman. They are not half lion or half woman. They are not half one thing or the other. They are complete humans. That is what these symbols stands for. To tell us that the God that we serve is nothing of a Dagon relationship. Rather, it is of a human relationship. So Igbo man, wake up. African nation, wake up. Find your God and worship your God. That God is what the world will say it is, G-O-D. But we call it Chi in our language. I don't know what you call it in your own language. And in our culture, it is assumed that these Chi are many. So when we want to ascribe to the highest, we say Chi Uku. We say Chi Uku. That means to say the big God, as the word called Chi God. So the big God, the Chi Uku. So there is always the highest among all other gods. There's always the highest, and that highest is what we want to tell you today. That he was a man married with a woman, and he begot you and I as his sons, princes and princesses, and have sent us all over the world for a mission, to fulfill his mission and his mission alone. You and I have no mission of our own. Every mission is the mission of the Father assigned unto us in our different sphere to come and fulfill. Today, I am doing my own. So what is your own mission towards our culture? So what are we saying today? The lecture of Chi, I begin with the temple so that you understand that we had it. Not that we don't know what we are saying. We know what we are saying, and we are saying the truth. So look at this temple very well, so that in my subsequent lectures, you will understand where I am speaking from. I don't know if I built this thing overnight. I do not know if I pay people to construct this thing for me. No. If you go around, you will see the write-ups. And you cannot describe or ascertain this write-ups. You can see the year when this thing was built. 600 BC. It's there. It's written. I'm not the one that wrote it. So you cannot think about the ancients and think about today and know that all what they are teaching you and I is just a philosophy of the truth that lies beneath our feet. The truth of our fathers. is what they stole and change it to destroy our children. That is what we want to correct. We want to understand the rituals involved in our culture. And this God I see here does not eat human being. That is to say, any ritual or sacrifice that has to do with the human existence that they use human being to carry out is the sacrilege that our gods are against us. So how do we stamp out this sacrilege of human sacrifices, human beings being butchered here and there because of one part or the other, is to identify our religion and stamp out that one that is not our religion. Is to identify our culture and stamp out that which is not our culture, so that our gods won't be taking names of wrong deed of the other gods. It will say it's Igbo man God. Igbo man have been known as a struggle person. Today they say they use their mothers for ritual. It is nonsense. I don't know if he exists. If he does exist, it's not our culture. It's not our culture. So if the Igbo man does not kill his mother for money, neither will Igbo man kill his son for money. That is an evil act out there. It has nothing to do with our culture. So that is what we want to correct in our environment. Let there be sanity. Let there be truth. So who are we in this environment? We want to know who we are, and we want to know what we believe. We want to know what we do. We want to know how we do it. We want to know where we do it. We want to know who we do it with and who we do it to. Then if we know all these things, we can be able to build a better environment. Without it, we cannot build a better environment. There will be always be problems and confusions and chaos everywhere because some people are being stamped out. So today, as an Igbo man, I want you to rise to your feet and find that God that made you black that you are. He cannot make you black and give you white to worship. It's impossible. He cannot make you white and give you black to worship. He made you the way he made you, according to the written word of the scripture, that he has given each people, according to their own. So where is my own? My own was destroyed. Due to the greed of the Western world, my own was destroyed. And they brought their fake own and give unto me, and destroy which my fathers left anciently before they came. I am lost from who I am because of the American government, because of the British government, because of the France. I have lost my identity, and that identity is what I want to restore. And I will go to war if they fail to restore me. Nothing will live. Nothing. The world will turn to ashes. It's Biafra or nothing. It's either Biafra comes or the whole world go to dust. This is my decree. From the temple of Amadoha, I am giving that decree that trouble will trouble this land until they restore Biafra. This government will not know peace. This is my decree. This is my teaching. Today I have told you the beginning of our gods. Then in our subsequent lectures, we will discover, we will know, we will accomplish, we will begin to hear other secrets that was discovered from here that the world does not know. I am Amadioha in the flesh. I am High Prince Ugoti Yerewa. I have come to teach you our culture, to bring you the ancient past, so that you can compare with the present and know the truth. I wish you well. And I want you to always subscribe with us. Eastern Youth Network. Eastern Youth Network. Subscribe with us, and we will be bringing you the information that you need in this our cultural restoration. Thank you very much, and I wish you well.